For this session, we invite Miss Jeannie from the School of Health and Nursing and Miss Amruta from the Product Development team. Jeannie used to be a staff nurse in a local hospital for more than for a decade, and she had taken a bold career switch to join MDIS School of Health and Nursing. For Amruta, she used to work as a dental surgeon in her hometown, and just like Jeannie, she had made the bold move. Both of them will provide insights on the healthcare and nutrition science industry. Jeannie and Amruta, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ginny, as mentioned, from School of Health and Nursing, and with me is Samruta. Yes. Hi. So we're here to talk about the trending industry. So I think one of the industry trends of the today, sometimes is a bit. In this case, we have been driven by changes and post-COVID happenings. So we wanted to look at it at something really, really close and dear to our hearts. I think for Singaporeans, especially, it's always food. Yes.
Yes.
So for food, we've noticed there's a lot of new trends happening because a lot of people were at home. they realized that they had to cook more. They were eating. They were more careful about what they ate, and then they were more interested also in what they eat and how it comes to them, and
Definitely,
even
there was an
food sources,
appreciation
right?
of food at the end of the day
Yeah.
with pandemic. Yeah,
Yeah, so
definitely.
suddenly you're thinking about, okay, what do I have for my next meal? Suddenly I just don't want instant noodles anymore.
Yeah, we took out time to actually prepare, balance out the meal, right? Per
Yeah,
day, definitely
yeah.
it's a significant move. Yeah.
Yeah, then I think a lot of people also they took up sourdough, learn how to make sourdough bread. They were like learning stuff from YouTube and then cooking new things.
Yeah.
But more than that, also they were like suddenly they had to think of things like, is my food sustainable? If I start a vegan diet, is it possible? Like, there's a lot of new superfoods, new trendy foods in Singapore now as well that I've never seen before. It's definitely not listed in the food pyramid.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
people took out time to actually
Mm.
look at what is food there, no?
Yeah.
How are we balancing it out? Especially, I think it gave a chance to try out different diets.
Yeah.
So people definitely.
Yeah, so it was interesting also. And then then now technology has also made a big difference. Now you can get foods that you normally can't get, foods, and then try foods that you normally didn't get, that was probably maybe like only seen overseas before, imported, and now they're part of your diet as well. So we just want to take a look at some of the trends that in food and nutrition especially. So now there's even meat substitutes. Where you don't even necessarily have to eat meat. You can
Mock meats.
Yeah,
There's a lot of mock
there's
meats available in the market.
there's even I think even my mom said, "Oh, this is the atas version, is it?"
Good.
She called it the atas version, yeah.
Atas
Because
version.
the price tag is also very atas.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have to
Yeah.
prepare it via plant products, right? Obviously.
Yeah. And then there's of course meal replacements. That people now, some of the very very busy people are like, we're not so worried about they're not so worried about even like how the food looks on the plate. Now they want meal replacements because it's faster to eat and they don't have to think about cooking or making sure that it's a balanced diet. It's one thing in itself, and so they drink smoothies or make protein powders or eat protein bars even. So there's new forms of snacks. Sometimes you're making your own snacks with new tools and new toys, like using the sauce feed or
Technology is helping people to try out new recipes. In fact, I think with Instagram, a lot of new pages coming up to easy and quick recipes which are healthy again.
Yeah. Definitely. And then of course also people are thinking now about where does their food come from? Where is it sourced from? So of course it has to be environmentally friendly, and ideally it has to be sustainable. So and then of course there should be less harm to the planet as well as to animals as well.
Crucial,
yeah. So you want your chicken to be happily running around in the farm kind of idea.
More organic version
yes.
of food now. Yeah.
So organic foods and vegetables. And then of course social media has really influenced what we eat and what we want to eat. And of course, it's given rise to like special diets for everybody. Diets that aren't just limited to what the celebrities eat or even what people with chronic condition. And people with chronic conditions are also having a more realization that yes, it's very important to control diet.
Definitely.
And they are definitely looking for all the different ways that they can improve their own diet as well and have what they want to eat.
Yeah, with the technology, I think it aided for us to watch out celebrities, right? What are they actually having? How can we even improve? Take example from them, and how can we improve our diets?
Yeah.
So definitely it's taking a huge impact.
Yeah, because you see them on doing it, and then you're like, wow, I want to do it too. Yeah, so this will be our plant-based foods, for example. This Impossible Burger, where the meat patty is made out of mostly like pea protein, mushroom protein, all these things are, but also a lot of chemicals, unfortunately, also in order to get this process. But yeah, they are able to make it so that there's like a chew. There's even, and then I think for one of the burgers, if you bite it, there's something that looks a bit like blood comes out, but it's actually beet juice.
I think they are trying out to maintain the nutritional value as meat, but definitely not equivalent to that. But I think they're trying their best in the lab to work out with the mock meat. Right?
So of course, you're also worried: are these mock foods are they also nutritionally as valuable as protein, the animal protein? Can they really replace everything in our diet? So so some of these are questions that people also ask, and then we can't really tell. And then there's of course celebrity diets, like for example Adele, she followed the Slut food diet and to lose weight, and wow, I mean it's a great advertising in a way for the diet as well. To get that figure and look that good as well. But of course, is it safe to do it a long period of time? If you are, for example, if you have health issues, can you follow such a diet safely? That's something I think questions of these that don't usually get answered very easily as well, right?
Because there's no evidence of how balanced the diet is. Right? It's not just influencing for one meal, it's okay, but over the long term, it's definitely not crucial. You should have a balanced diet in your meal every day, right? So I mean, you should make sure you have different kinds of foods with certain quantities and proportions that's ideal for body. in terms of both macro and micronutrients. It's very crucial that all the nutrients are required in your everyday diet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you tend to lose. You will have a lot of deficiency, a lot of
Yes.
pre-existing conditions and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think that happens a lot with people. They tend to focus too much on certain parts of what makes diet good, but they forget that actually everything has to be kind of balanced. There's a homeostasis.
Yeah,
that you
it's
need
not just
naturally,
foods. It's
right?
not just vegetables also, right?
Yeah.
Your plate should look complete with all the required foods.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because if not, it does affect other parts of the body. I mean, you may have lost weight, but suddenly something else suffers.
Something
Maybe
else
your hair,
suffers.
your skin, or even your teeth as well. Your oral health actually does suffer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So then these trends, then these trends also. There's another question: are these safe? Because, for example, all these plant-based burgers, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of processing happening. So suddenly you're eating a lot more saturated fats maybe inside the burger, even though it's plant-based. And then like for some people, because they want to follow a philosophy, they want the food. They feel that the diet shouldn't impact the planet. So they want to be so they go with the vegan route. But then they do it. Sometimes they apply it even when it's not necessarily safe for other people. So you have that's why you have there was an incident where I think that there was a vegan couple that actually wanted to start their baby on vegan food as well.
Oh.
And the baby is and your infant actually needs all the
a lot of
nutritions,
protein, right?
Yeah,
Of course, a lot of protein. You
a lot
can't
of
just
protein.
rely on veggie or fruits.
Correct, because they were so vegan to the point they didn't want to use breast milk to feed the baby as well.
Oh my
And
God.
that was
Yeah.
So that's something to remember also, that even though your philosophy is that you want to do certain things, you have to also recall that sometimes human beings need to have a certain amount of nutrition. You must know all these things and do it safely as well. Yeah. I mean, there was also I think somebody was also telling me that at one point they wanted to feed their cat a vegan diet, and I was like, your cat is not
meant to have only vegan diet.
It's not meant to be a vegan diet. It's a predator. So, yeah.
That is the ecology of food, right? Everything should be balanced. It's not just one.
Yeah.
It's like a food chain should be complete always. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean there are already more options now in the market. Even in America, you can buy apparently vegan pet food, but whether it's nutritionally safe even for your pets, that's a completely we can't even be certain yet. So yeah, so something to remember is that of course a balanced diet is always very good. We need to have certain quantities and proportions, and then the requirements for calories, proteins, and minerals, vitamins, all these should be adequate. So this is something that of course when I was in the hospital also we also did a lot of diet education, because for me especially my patients had often a lot of chronic disease, so we have to tell them about like low fat, low salt diets, and for
a lot of restrictions in
Yeah,
the diet
exactly.
to balance out there. No, it is crucial. No, you can't skip from having a healthy diet, right?
Yeah.
This is very important that you maintain it or either prevent certain conditions in elderly. So
Yeah,
this
definitely.
is by choice the most important thing.
Yeah. So for elderly, actually, it was still quite easy, because you show them the food pyramid, they
Youngsters
can
are more
understand.
adamant.
Yeah, nothing very exciting. But when their children come, then they'll ask you, can Amma have grapefruit? And then Amma will be still also asking, what's grapefruit? Then there's a very atas orange. At one point, this was- and then they'll be like, then how about if I give Amma the maca powder or acai powder? And I was like,
All preservative
I was
food.
like, it's
Not
not in the
at all
food pyramid. I
recommended.
can't. And yeah, that's when suddenly you realize, yes, there's a lot of food trends that are happening, and sometimes even we need to move on with the times also and advise all these people as well.
important, yeah.
So I'll hand over to you to talk about
Yeah,
some of the things.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, taking on to the same pointers and a topic, trending industries. So I would just like to highlight on what nutrition industry is in general. Where is the market going on for nutrition sector, and also what are the key trends that are in the recent times, more initiatives that are happening, right? So nutrition market is on the exponential rise. I mean, due to the pandemic, everybody has, as you rightly said, have taken time to understand what is food and how it really improves health. So the nutrition market now is on the exponential rise, and the sector itself on the whole is predicted to hit about 465 billion in the next few years. By 2025, in fact, in the next 3 years. So there's a lot of demand, and there's a steady increase of about 7% per each year, which is very significant compared to other industries. So
that's a lot.
And moreover, now the focus is more on personalized nutrition, as you rightly focused for elderly just now. So it's not one size fits for all approach,
Definitely
right?
not.
So for adults, a different nutrition intake is recommended based on our BMI, lifestyle activities, a lot of pre-existing conditions. So all this is definitely crucial on how well the diet is customized to them. So there's a lot of initiatives happening in that area. And also there's a paradigm shift in a lot of trends in the nutrition industry. Something like immunity boosters. I mean, people now don't want to treat for a particular condition,
Yes,
right? Our
they want to
focus is
prevent
completely
things
on
as well.
prevent the conditions.
Yeah.
So immunity boosters, I think there are a lot of food manufacturing industries out there who are really working on a lot of supplements to make sure your diet is balanced. How much ever you try, it's not definitely not a perfect balanced diet, right?
Yeah.
With our busy lifestyle, I think it's very complicated. So immunity supplements do take a major role in maintaining a healthy immune system, of course, to prevent all the immune.
And of course,
diseases
COVID's
and
ever present on
COVID,
the
as
mind, so
rightly
you want to
said.
be able to defend against it. Yeah.
And also, interestingly, have you ever heard of foods improving your mental health conditions?
Okay, this one I actually.
This is a very interesting thing,
that's
right?
interesting.
I mean, there are a lot of food and beverage companies now out there who are working on food products like antioxidants, probiotics, etc.
Yeah.
To come into the food juices,
right?
beverages,
Beverages,
and also food products, so that that helps to lower your stress, right? Antioxidants cools your body, and it helps to lower your stress and improve sleep pattern. So it definitely improves your mental health at the end. So there's a key shift. And also with the pandemic, there was a lot of logistic crunch, right?
Yes,
we have faced a lot of difficulty in importing.
Suddenly we had no eggs for a while, and then people were worried about, will I ever see an egg again?
Yeah.
It was very short-lived, but yes.
Especially for countries like Singapore, I think it's very. It was a realization, I think. So there's definitely an appreciation of local foods in the recent times. The government is also posing a lot of initiatives now, right?
Yeah.
Local grown foods.
Yeah, they want people to really start up urban farms.
Urban farms, roof gardens, all of those things. No, not just in Singapore, even worldwide, there are a lot of new initiatives happening.
Yeah, people are realizing that it's very important to get food sources nearby them. And
Definitely.
And of course, there's also a lot of climate change, I imagine.
Climate change, and which goes similarly with localism. I mean, because if people have stopped thinking on the two extremes. I mean, either going veganism or meat eating alone is not enough, right? So at the end of the day, how friendly our food is to the climate, how environment friendly or how sustainable our food practices are is a key concern now. So companies, a lot of food manufacturing industries are now focusing on a lot of these aspects as such. And again, flexitarianism, it's more to encourage more plant-based food. At the same time, you can still swap few meals in a week with meat. So it's more kind of balanced, right? I mean, it's not a complete veganism, but still a balanced out. So it'll help. So we may think, oh my God, I'm missing out meat, right? So this is a kind of balance, right?
But actually, we're trying to change our diet in a way, I think. You have to, because now we're realizing that actually it is not really normal for our diets to always have so much meat, actually.
Yes.
It's very much.
Though it is recommended, doesn't mean you have to have red meat every day, or you have to have. There are some nutritional components like omega-3 fatty acids from meat and all. So you have to make sure we are receiving the right quantities, and so a lot of companies are now focusing on nutritional aspects, definitely.
But a lot of us are also very busy working, right? I mean, just look at our own healthcare workers, our frontliners, some of us.
All our time is just busy with the work. How about self-care now? Self-nutrition is also equally important.
So it's so hard to make sure that your own diet is really balanced as well. So industries also have come up with something new to
something like the meal kits. I think we have a lot of organizations now in Singapore as well, right, who are providing a lot of meal kits. Though they are ensuring all the meal kits are rightly nutritious, healthy. At the same time, they are focusing more on the local products and sustainable products. So it's again environment friendly and good to go for a long term, right? And also some of the diets are gaining a lot of criticism, like paleo diets, keto diets. They're definitely not tastable. They're not enjoyable. A lot of restrictions with the diet. So people are now focusing on whole natural foods because they're all natural foods. I mean, nature tends the food to be tasty, of course, right? All the fruits, vegetables, wheats, nuts, and all. So focus is more shifted onto the whole dense foods these days. And again, transparency. I think once you understand the nutritional quality in foods, you always want to people prefer products which are more clear and transparent about the products, right?
Where it comes from, who produces it? Is it produced in a sustainable way? Is there
how many preservatives are inside?
How much
all of
stuff
this
is in the chemicals?
So there's definitely an increasing trend in manufacturing sector where they are more clear on the products, more transparent to consumers on the products these days. And again, personalized nutrition, as we rightly said, customization is crucial. Active aging, one of the most crucial features along the world. Aging is the biggest problem.
The silver generation coming.
Silver generation.
So yes, it's very important also for them.
For them, the chronic disease maintenance and also to prevent conditions like osteoporosis, hypertension, and all.
Yeah.
food plays a crucial role.
Yes,
So
definitely. You
this
can't
is-
run from it. Yeah. So I think in Singapore also actually there's a lot of local-based initiatives as well. The government has also done their best to like improve nutrition for the population. So they've done it via like say using a healthier choice, but like making it easy for people to identify what's healthy
Yeah.
to eat. And they have a Singapore Food Agency or Health Promotion Board to actually like promote initiatives.
It makes
on,
it easy for people to
Yes.
pick up the products which have that sign, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so healthy. So yeah, these are really important that you have the government support for all these kind of initiatives as well. Because if you didn't have this, people will be like sort of left to decide things on their own, and sometimes we don't do a very good
I
job.
mean,
of
human
that.
mindset, you tend to grab something more tasty or more which has more sugar content. So I think this will be like a reminder for people to look at, okay, this is healthy, so you have to choose it kind of thing. Yeah.
And then saying that, so now people realize also that there's really a need for people who actually look after nutrition. So these are your nutritionists and dietitians. So of course, dietitians are generally more hospital-based, more individualized, but a nutritionist is not only expert in use of food and nutrition, they also provide health. They can provide health as well and advise people on what to eat. They can go from population broad-based, or they can narrow down to the person right in front of them. They can counsel clients on personal and nutritional health needs and what's a healthy diet, and then meal plans as well, so that they can maintain these healthy eating habits. And then even amend your meal plans if you found out that yes, you have a new chronic issue, maybe the meal plans must change. Then at least they'll be able to advise you that yes, what are all these what way you can change this.
Yeah, I just want to ask, when you were working in hospitals, right, when you plan meals for patients, so that's a huge work, right? You should really consider
That's something
what,
I don't even have time for, honestly.
so what condition the patient really has and what are the diet preferences. It's a huge lot of thing, I believe, in Singapore.
I would say that we really had to work with a multidisciplinary team. So dietitians were really, really important. But unfortunately, a lot of dietitians work in hospital as well. So I think once they left the hospital, a lot of people will struggle also to like, how do I continue to maintain
maintenance
my meals?
is again a big problem for
So
patients.
it's good that we have so now there's also there's a gap there, definitely. So nutritionists can also come and fill in this need. So I'd like to really introduce our program as well. Martha, you could say something?
Yes, we're extremely honored to have partnered with Roehampton University for our BSc Honours Nutrition Science program. Roehampton University is one of the best universities in nutrition, I must say, because it's ranked top 5th in London according to Complete University Guide, and also top 15 amongst the universities in London according to Times University Guide. So we are extremely happy to have gotten this program to MDIS from Roehampton University, where our students are very happy with the program. I mean, they're learning a lot of insights from the program. There are a lot of insights where students are really understanding nutrition from a holistic point of view. So
that's a lot. So we've
definitely program helps students to develop broad understanding of what nutrition is, and especially contemporary education, day-to-day nutrition, new advancements. So they get to learn a lot of new skills and equipped with knowledge on critical evidence of exploring new nutritious food for different kind of diseases.
You can see, I think even in old studies, like nutritionists, like in way back, they just improve population health by like even 1% or 2% just by adding, like say, enriching flour or wheat, so that people will be eating more healthy breads in a way.
I think when we compare with the traditional approaches, I feel these advancements are more appreciated in the recent times, especially in the nutrition, diet aspects.
Previously, we didn't even know what it
was
meant.
like, okay, anything is fine. Let's finish our meal. Kind of thing. Now, people became more conscious on what.
Now we understand. Yes. Oh, this was a good idea. I think we've appreciated that. So in Singapore too, we have a lot of chronic conditions.
One of the serious problem WHO is now addressing the whole world. I mean, the cases of obesity have been tripled over the last few years. So again, Singapore is also on par with that. Also, major concern now is kids. Kids below the age of 10% to 5-year-old are now obese. So it is a serious problem. Nutritionists again play a crucial role to address this issue.
I'm sure they definitely do. I'm pretty sure they do advise a lot of things. So we also look into this. So we're going to see the studies, what they study in our degree course. So for the 3-year top-up degree, the 3-year degree for the for nutrition science, you'll study in the year 1 all the principles of nutrition and psychology even, as well as understanding of the human body disease and the biometrics. So year 2, there'll be research, physiology and metabolism, nutrition for population groups, and sports and exercise
Oh,
nutrition.
sports and exercise nutrition. That's
Yeah.
an interesting topic, right?
Yeah. So actually, this is something that I think that is also we tend to forget because well, Singapore is not a very big sporting.
Yeah, I think in the recent times there are a lot of focus now shifting more to exercise nutrition.
But we're realizing that actually exercise nutrition is actually very important. It's not just for athletes alone. It's not for Olympic athletes.
It's important for our daily workouts also, right?
Yeah. So we have a lot of people now have personal goals. I want to run marathons. I want to even go overseas and join marathons overseas or do sporting events. So of course you need a lot of definite good nutrition.
Customization again for those sports professionals.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, it's not that easy anymore. And food science, sometimes now it's because technology has improved so much. Now you're designing your own foods as well. So there's like things like alchemy fiber where people design it so that you have a lower glycemic index for your rice and stuff like that. So all these are really changing the nutrition scene and this will be stuff.
Oh my God, it really covers a broad range of modules, right?
Yeah,
it is. I mean, you can understand how it helps to improve the diseases in a patient and how it's helping them across different age groups, I must say, because youngsters are more interested in a particular aspect. For elderly, it's important that they maintain the nutritional content well. Yeah. So I think this program pretty much covers all the modules.
Very much. Even touches on the psychological part. I think it was like a lot of people also don't realize there's still, I mean, like, of course, at certain age groups as well, some of them do have psychological worries about their food. Like there's food disorders also. Sometimes the only way they think they can control their life is by controlling their food intake. So that also actually is very important to make sure that these people are also getting the nutrition they need, even though they have problems about eating even or what they want to eat.
Yeah, I just read recently something. I mean, as we grow, as we age, your metabolism obviously decreases, but that doesn't mean you just have to eat less, right? Your nutritional requirement doesn't change. It's only your metabolism that's reducing. Your nutritional recommended that is required for your body never changes. So you should ensure, though you eat less, you should make sure your products has all the nutritional requirements for your body, especially for the elderly. Yeah. So nutritionists, I think, they would definitely play a crucial role.
Looks like it, yeah. Okay, so there's careers in nutrition science. Yeah. What can you do after you've graduated from nutrition science?
Just to highlight a few aspects, they can work in different supports, maybe direct nutritional counseling for a large group of population in terms of public health and health promotion aspects, or they can give a clear picture of how you can maintain your diet, nutritional support. Wow. I mean, you see a lot of these days, a lot of nutritional consultants have opened up their offices, right?
Yes,
so they literally chart out what diet you should have on your day based on your profile. It's very, and they can work in wide sectors. No? I think in hospitals there are a lot of nutritions, a lot of fitness industries now looking for.
Fitness industries definitely is one thing.
Many food manufacturing industries coming up throughout the world. So there's a lot of scope for nutritionists.
Yeah, so I think there is a wide range. You probably have to find what's the niche that you like. And definitely, there's a really interesting quote. I think you help find for this as well.
This is really interesting. I mean, it is for sure that future doctors are not going to recommend this surgery is important or this particular tablet is important. They're all going to say wellness is the next thing, right?
Yes.
So it's no more just treatment, it's always prevention. So future doctor is just going to say, you have to just eat well, your complete diet. So that's what the quote says by Thomas Edison.
Yeah, because I think even now we realize when the health system is overloaded, like during a pandemic system, it is really necessary also that you do a lot of self-care, make sure that you have plenty of nutrition, keep your immune system really strong as well by looking after yourself and your nutrition.
Yeah. I think new initiatives are now helping out kids also to learn, right? I think there are a lot of classes happening in schools where they realize this is the right food, this is the wrong food, we should eat this food more, this food less.
It's very necessary to teach children from very young also, and not just the parents and of course it's very helpful because there's so many influencers out there. There's a lot of new diets that come in. Like I think there's so many names for a single diet that you start to lose track.
So many recipes, so many diets. Yeah,
correct. Different kinds. It's not easy. So it's a very interesting industry to go into. We would definitely wish anyone all the best to try and to consider going into this. I mean, it's not too. You can always consider to change industries as well. We've done it before as well.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of nurses now who are coming over to nutrition as well, right?
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of
Adjacent
with
kind
the
of,
stress in the nursing sector, I think there are a lot of them moving on to other sectors in healthcare, something like
yeah.
nutrition program. Also, there, I think you might have seen students who moved from different fields to your healthcare management program.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, so School of Health and Nursing actually had a lot of programs. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, so we also have a Bachelor of Healthcare Management. So for those who are thinking of more moving into the management track, so of course we'll like to that one will equip you with skills to think about strategically about healthcare resources, healthcare economics.
More on the administrative and management side of healthcare sector.
Yeah, because that really, I mean, like I said again, people have suddenly realized that it really is important to have good managers and to really understand what resources we have, because healthcare resources are not limitless, they are not infinite. You have to manage only a few resources like staff, equipment,
procedures, protocols, especially quality
exactly.
operations. It's a big thing.
It is.
Doctors are already overwhelmed with clinical aspects, so we definitely need a lot of administrators.
Yeah, so I mean, it helps to take the burden off the healthcare staff as well. And I mean, it's very important also to me as a healthcare staff. I was like, sometimes I'll be like, why am I worrying about this? Shouldn't admin staff be doing this when I have patients to look after, or I need to get a medication?
I mean, definitely healthcare is a multidisciplinary team where there's a requirement of all the administrators, managers, together with doctors and nurses.
Yeah. And it was actually very frustrating also as a healthcare staff. I was like, why am I having to count all this stuff when, like I said, can we get admin to do this? When, like I said, the healthcare resources are really not infinite. So healthcare shouldn't, in a sense, be, a lot of healthcare workers did feel that like I should be wasted doing certain things. I should be
they're more focused onto the patients, while
focus on my patients. Exactly.
Administrative team is more focusing on running the business.
Yeah.
Looking at the strategic point of how well we can efficiently manage the resources that we have. Yes. Because healthcare resources are always minimal, so we have to manage them well. Right?
Yeah, and I said the stopgaps were always filled up by things like other healthcare workers, and I felt that was a really waste of resources in a way also. Yeah. So that was something.
We do have a lot of masters programs as well, right? Just
yes,
to add
we
on.
do. Yeah. So again, also healthcare management and masters. If you want to go another level, and then you're looking at a bigger picture. You're looking at policy level already. You're looking at public health. So you're thinking of the health of the population as a whole. So you're thinking of stuff like I said, how to improve maybe patient education. You want to craft really effective education to patients on like what to do to protect themselves during times of COVID or chronic disease, or like how to manage your diabetes or hypertension, all these things.
Especially in conditions like this, policy making is crucial, right? So our masters in healthcare management students, I think they're equipped with this knowledge of policy making, interacting with government agencies, or how well we can improve the situation like pandemic.
Yeah. So suddenly you realize that communication between all levels are very important. It's not just even interface telling your frontliners what to do. It's very important that the message goes back up and down either way. It goes to the government, it goes to the people as well. So because it's not just the frontliners that want to know things, even your customers in a sense, the patients and your patients' relatives all want to know what's going on, what is happening, how can and then
I mean the communication from any healthcare organization is like so crucial, because people would trust healthcare organizations or healthcare professionals' advice, right, for any minor or major things.
Yeah, and I think it's proof that yes, it's very, very important to have a very clear message, that the message is out, it goes out consistently, and that then. So we also hope that all these help people to manage the situation better and ideally also improve access to healthcare for everyone as well.
Definitely, we hope so.
Yes. So thank you very much for the talk. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ginny, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you everyone. Yeah. We hope to see you soon at MDIS.